Well, this is our last video from Hospital Point in Portsmouth, Virginia. It was so significant to us, mainly because we grew up in landlocked Nebraska, and quite honestly, nearly every day we experienced something amazing. Also, a huge shout out to Megan at Mile Zero Marine. We'll put a link in our description. So incredibly helpful. Please enjoy the video.
What this guy wants.
So Ace and I never did figure out who these patrol boats were with. They certainly looked like unmarked boats to us. But if you know the answer of who patrols Hospital Point in these unmarked boats, leave a note in the comments. Thanks. The piles got a little bigger today.
Good girl. Stay.
So Ace and Blue are running errands in the Old Town neighborhood of Portsmouth, Virginia. According to their website, Old Town boasts the largest collection of period homes between Charleston, South Carolina and Alexandria, Virginia. It's one of America's most historic naval seaports, and Old Town includes both the oldest operating naval hospital and the first operational dry dock facility in the United States. Portsmouth also holds the proud distinction of being an official United States Coast Guard city. Very cool downtown.
Good. How you doing? Hi. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm great. How are you doing?
Can my dog Blue come in?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Are you
Blue a good
Megan?
boy? I am.
I'm Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Oh, is this going?
I see a red light.
Is it okay?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Can I give it
My
to you?
wife said film everything, but always get permission.
Yeah, that's right.
So I just do as I'm told.
What's your doggy's name?
This is Blue.
Hi, Blue.
She's a little shy,
Oh, good
but
doggy.
she's
Look at
she's
you.
pretty happy
You're
to
gonna
see
talk
you.
about it too.
Good dog, Blue. She took it out of your hand too. That's unusual. She usually sits back and makes you
I have
throw
another
it to
one
her.
for you.
Uh-oh.
I've got another one. You want to sit?
She'll sit. She'll shake, or she won't shake. She'll give you 5.
Well, I have more for you if you want.
Oh, I think they're good. I don't want to have to clean up messes. Thank you, though. Very nice.
We love boat dogs.
Yes. All right. That's
And they're
perfect.
still all bundled. I figured that would be easier for you
Absolutely.
to transport them.
It's not a very long walk, but it's a little bit of a walk. Thank you. You had a really fancy boat hook.
Yes, that's right. Don't know about real fancy, but so it's one of the telescoping ones.
Yes.
And it goes pretty long.
It does.
I don't know if you've ever had to hang off the bow of your boat to try and retrieve a mooring line, but it is no fun.
I've done that plenty. Sure. My wife said, buy your stuff local.
Yeah,
Again, I do as I'm told.
Well, it sounds like
So we'll take it.
sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, right, because I do as I'm told. But she goes sailing with me.
There you go.
Actually, it was her idea.
What kind of boat are you guys on?
It's a 1981 Morgan Out Island Catch.
Oh, okay.
An old classic thing.
Yeah, we had a couple friends. We spent some time down in Marathon
Uh-huh.
in the Middle Keys,
Mm-hmm.
and had a few friends. There were 2 boats down there, 2 out islands,
Oh, okay.
and they were very nice boats to go hang out on.
Uh-huh.
Very roomy on the
Yeah.
inside.
Big center cockpit.
Mm-hmm. And that's so nice when you're underway too. Like when I drive a car, I feel like I have to sit up closer so I can see everything, and I always really enjoyed being able the perspective that a center cockpit would give you when you're
exactly.
underway.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for your
Yeah.
wonderful service and everything, and I hope you do really well.
Pleasure. I'm happy that we could help. Do you want me to give these to you to put in your pocket for later?
Oh, no thanks. She got plenty. She
Okay.
got a big one from the marina, then 2 for you. She's good. I'm gonna leave this bag with you if you don't
thing.
mind.
Yes, sir. I will put that.
A little easier to hang on to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you much, Megan. It's been
Let me
quite
grab
a
that
pleasure.
number for you.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Bye, Blue. You're a good puppy.
That- That's her friendly conversation. That's her being friendly. She's a little weird.
I like her leash. That's
Yeah.
okay. Sometimes when I'm trying to be friendly, I get a little loud too.
You know? Thank you, Megan.
Have a wonderful day. Good to see
Okay,
you.
you too.
Bye, Blue.
Oh, you want a drink? You can have a drink. Here, have a drink. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, let's go.
What you working on, Jim?
Making a new Dyneema line for the snubber. The old line, the eyelets, the one that I made before the eyelets are a little small, and it's a little difficult to stick it through each other to wrap around the anchor chain to attach the snubber lines to. So I made one with a little bigger eyelets, and hopefully it'll be a little easier to work with.
Cool. And why are you dressed like that? Inside.
Because I like to be warm.
What's the temperature? Your nose is red. What's the temperature in here?
I don't even drink rum anymore.
Like 59?
59 over here.
Yeah. It's nice and sunny. We're getting some sunshine in here.
Yeah, getting some good solar in,
Yeah.
solar power in.
12.7.
We got a little propane tent heater going on here to take the edge off a little bit.
Yeah. We only use that when we're awake.
Oh yeah, and just limited. But we have a proper heating system. All we have to do is turn on the generator. We were just holding off on doing that because that uses up gasoline.
And it's loud.
And it's loud.
Actually, the generator's not nearly as bad as the engine.
Exactly.
That's really loud.
The engine doesn't give us heat. It just charges
Right.
batteries.
Right.
But the generator, we turn on the generator, then we turn on our reverse cycle heater, and it will keep us toasty warm. We'll do that before bed, get it all nice and toasty warm, then go to bed. And then once we get into bed, you know, we have so many covers and stuff, we don't struggle with being cold there.
Nope.
And then get up in the morning and start moving around and warm up and put on this little heater. We can turn on the generator anytime we want. We have 15 gallons of fuel on board and of gasoline for the generator, so we can run it all we want. We just are choosing not to.
Because we don't know why. We're hardy and robust people.
It uses gasoline, and we try not to use up
Right.
resources.
Yeah. We're trying to be very frugal with our resources.
We are.
Yeah.
Trying to go minimalist.
And, you know, you put enough layers on, you're fine.
Yeah.
There's no bad weather, just bad
gear.
Bad gear. That's what you've been telling me for 44 years.
60 degrees in here is not bad. It's easy to keep
it's
warm
not
at
horrible.
60 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm doing.
I can tell you right now, if I was in my apartment in DC and it was 60 degrees, I would have everybody and their brother on the telephone going, "It's 60 degrees, I'm dying."
Right. Well, we had
But here we're acting
electric
happy.
heaters and air conditioners in case of heating and cooling.
Well, we didn't get to choose when to turn them on.
Right. They turned on and off the system.
Incredibly
At their
expensive apartment.
time.
Yeah. And they decided when we could have heat and air.
Yep. Yepers.
That was a new experience for us.
Well, we decided because we had our own units.
Yeah, we did. We don't follow
And
directions
we didn't pay
well.
utilities. Electric, right? Electric came with the rent.
I can't even remember.
I don't think we paid a separate electric bill.
Probably not.
I don't think we did.
I have no idea.
I don't remember either.
It doesn't matter.
No, it was good. It's all good. We did fine.
Now, this is splicing, right?
This is splicing Dyneema, yeah. Splicing Dyneema, and I feather the ends.
I know we have a whole video on that. I can't remember which episode it was, but that was just fascinating to watch you try to cut it for the first time. I mean, you used everything but your machete.
Right. Yeah, this is the best knife that I have for cutting Dyneema for some reason.
And it's a buck knife, right?
Yeah, it's a buck knife. Industrial scissors and other knives.
Oh, you tried everything.
Didn't work. Hot knife works, but then you got a burnt bubble end, and you don't want that. Burnt bubble ends.
I feel like a burnt bubble end. Okay, well, thanks for all your work, honey.
You betcha. Back at you.
Okay, bye.
I'm going to be blowing the rain onto the generator.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. So I'm just going to reiterate. We're in a gale. We're in gale warning. And
Gale warning.
it's not as bad as 2 nights ago at 40 knots. Today, the top is 35 knots of wind. But we woke to 39 degrees this morning. And so we're going to run the generator tonight, and the generator's out on the deck.
We're going to run the generator like we did last night for a few hours before bed to warm it all up, and then turn it off before going to bed, right?
Yes.
Because I think it'll go 6 to 8 hours.
With a full tank of gas.
Yeah. So, but I don't really want to run it out of gas just because. So.
Plus, it's not going to be all battened down if it's running. Safe and secure and covered. And there's a 30% chance of rain tonight at 6 p.m.-ish.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to get wet.
Yeah. Well, when I put a tarp over it, an umbrella over it, so to speak, so I can run it while it's raining, then it will be covered, and it's always battened down. It's very secure. It can't go anywhere.
Okay. And we were talking about in these gale force winds, will the tarp act as a sail?
Right. Well, I'll try to rig it kind of like the Dodger, where it's slanted.
Oh.
So it's going to be slanted down to protect towards the wind to protect it. So it's not going to be catching the wind. The wind's going to kind of Just like a car windshield is
Yeah.
so slanted.
Aerodynamics,
It'd be
baby.
Like that. Yeah, we're gonna be aerodynamic.
Your doggy is in the shot now.
Of course she is. That's where she belongs. She needs
Okay.
a brushing.
I think she needs another layer of clothes. Oh my goodness. I never see.
She would like to have her 2 cents
Okay.
heard.
Okay. Interesting. It's a physics thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go work on that.
Let me know if you want any help.
Gassed up and ready to go.
Okay.
Last night we turned it on at 4:30 and ran it till 8.
We did?
Yep.
I'm glad you kept track of that. I think
And
I
we
wrote
used
down something.
3/5 of the gas according to the gauge.
Okay. So it should go about 6 hours,
That's my guess.
maybe 7.
I mean, the gauge is it's just 5 things that light up.
That's right.
So you don't know where it's at. It's not like a needle that shows you exactly where it's at.
The gauge, the gas
Right.
gauge. Gotcha.
So it's general information.
Generally, I don't want to be too exact.
Okay, let's
right.
do it blue. Take a blue too.
No, it's too windy. You blow her off.
She can't go
She
anywhere.
needs to be on a jack line if she's out there.
She stays in the cockpit mostly.
Well, if
It's-
she's not in the cockpit, she'll get blown
really
off.
not that bad out there, honey.
I can hear it, honey.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I can hear it. Okay, be safe.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Bye, Ace. Jim doing check. We just got a pond from the Coast Guard that a 20-25 foot vessel is loose and headed towards Waterside
Yeah,
in
that's the old thing.
Norfolk, and that's where we are. So, and it's howling out there.
That is. Yes, it is.
Our last clip of traffic in the Hospital Point anchorage. These sailboats are clearly in a regatta, the way they are all rounding the buoy, but you can see they have no motors and they are out there in that channel with major vessels. We could not be more impressed if we tried. We could not leave the Chesapeake Bay without showing you this little piece of paper. It's smaller than an index card, but it has been our North Star for 2 months. It was given to us by our dear sailing friend Gail Greenbird Slockett. Her anchorage recommendations were followed to a T, and the only anchorage we did not go to was the last, Cape Charles, because we decided not to round Cape Hatteras on the outside. Not only did Gail get us through the entire Chesapeake Bay with her recommendations, she loaned us her complete chart book of Virginia. A huge shout out to Gail and Mike. Okay, today's November 24th. Happy birthday, Kayla. There's your engine hours. There you go. Oil pressure, water temp. We're just below a half on fuel.